Hey everyone, we're back with Walter Lewis, and behind the scenes we talked about the difference between regular fitness and pageant fitness. So, can you tell us a little bit about the difference?
I would say the difference between somebody who's just trying to get in shape and compared to somebody who is preparing for a competition, there's a major difference. With a person who's just trying to get in shape, they usually come to me, they just want to lose weight. And so I'm just helping them lose weight or get healthy. Compared to a person who's preparing for competition, we have to worry about symmetry, make sure there's a nice balance in muscle, and they have to look more competitive, and the diet is a little bit more restrictive than a regular person.
I see. And I love your 90-10 rule. Just going to throw that out there.
You're
I think
welcome.
that's, a lot of coaches or a lot of girls think that they have to restrict a lot of what they're eating, 100% of the time. And it gets really sad when you look at, a piece of cheesecake across from the table and you just can't have it.
Absolutely. No, you want to enjoy life a little bit. So.
Got it. I love that rule. So, what should pageant girls look for when they're looking for a trainer?
When a pageant girl is looking for a trainer, I think, there's two things you should look for. The first thing is they want to look for a trainer who specializes in what they're trying to accomplish. Right. For example, if you are a bodybuilder, you want to look for a trainer that specializes in training bodybuilders. Sure. If you are a football player, you want to look for a trainer that specializes in training football players. Right. If you are a pageant competitor, you want to look for a trainer that specializes in training pageant women, like myself.
Right. I couldn't agree more.
And the second thing, you want to make sure they are certified or have a degree in fitness.
Great.
So there are two major things I say you should look for.
Excellent. So we'll note those down and make sure that those are top of mind when we're looking for a coach. Now, a lot of girls have a year to prepare for a pageant, others have 3 months. What do you think is the ideal time that a girl should set aside for preparing for her pageant?
Well, it depends on where they are. If you're a person who is 30-40 pounds overweight, it's going to take at least 6 months to prepare. But if you're a person who's trying to lose maybe 10 pounds and trying to get toned, I would say a minimum of 10 to 12 weeks.
Yeah, so it definitely varies between, the individual. You can't say for everyone it's going to take 3 months.
There's no one set way for everybody because everybody's body is different.
Sure.
So.
Now, how long should you work out and how frequently do you think?
Again, depending on where you are, if you're a person that's 40-30 pounds overweight, I would say you want to work out at least 5 days a week, 5 to 6 days a week, sometimes even twice a day. And 5 and 6 of those days should be a lot of cardio for about at least 45 minutes and do resistance training for about 2 to 3 times a week. Now, if you're a person who was trying to lose maybe 10 pounds and trying to get toned, I would say 3 to 4 days a week. You want to do anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes of cardio, but you want it to be intense. And you want to do resistance training about 3 days a week also. Okay,
so resistance training 3 to 5 days a week and definitely cardio.
Resistance training 3 days a week, cardio, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Definitely cardio.
Yes.
Now, when you're, preparing for your workout, it takes a lot of energy to work out for, 45 minutes. What should you eat beforehand?
Beforehand, you want to fill yourself with the proper nutrients such as carbohydrates, protein, and fats. You definitely want to have some form of carbohydrates such as brown rice, sweet potato, or whole grains, something like that. You want to also have protein, which it can be a protein shake. And healthy fats also, which could be canola or olive oil or nuts, something like that.
Great. Well, if you have a protein shake, we'd love to get that recipe at some point.
Sure.
But I'm glad that you said carbs because, that's a really big thing with pageant girls. They stay away from them at all times.
No. I would say you kind of want to do eat like a king or queen early part of the day and like a peasant in the evening.
Got it.
And so you definitely need carbs for energy for your workout. That's very important. But towards the end of the day, you want to eat less because you don't want to overdo it with calories.
I see. And I love sweet potatoes, so I'm glad that's on your list of things to eat.
Now, you want to also make sure you control your portion size.
Okay.
That's important.
So how much, do you think you should eat beforehand then? Just a little.
How much you should eat before you work out? It doesn't need to be a whole lot, but you definitely need to have enough carbs and protein. So the easiest thing I would say maybe is a protein shake right before you work out.
Great. Definitely get that recipe.
Yeah.
Now, as you know, title holders are mentors for, a lot of the girls in their community.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you say to, the women out there that are looking for a quick fix or think that, some supplement is going to really transform their body?
Okay. If you are a competitor, stay away from quick fixes. There's a number of reasons. When you try to do a liquid diet or some quick fix diet,
right.
It shows on stage. When you're on stage, you're going to either look like you're anorexic or you're not going to look healthy.
Yeah.
Compared to somebody who has put the time into their workouts, they've been eating properly, eating a balanced diet, they're going to look more fit and look like they have been working out. They're going to look healthier.
That's fantastic. Healthy is the new skinny, ladies.
That's right.
Now, in our first video, you talked about what the best part of your job is. Now, what do you think is the most challenging part of being a fitness coach, a pageant fitness coach?
Okay. I would say the most challenging part of being a pageant fitness coach is that I can't guarantee that you're going to win. I can, however, guarantee that you will have one of the best bodies on stage because, as you know, with a pageant, you have the fitness or aerobic scene.
Right.
You have the swimsuit or aerobic wear scene. You have the evening gown. You have some pageants have the talent portion,
right.
And I can't teach you any talent. I can't sing.
You can't. Oh, goodness.
Right. And in the evening gown, as I said. And so I can't teach you how to walk. So
right.
I can't teach you those things. And the interview, which is also very important.
Sure.
So that's not my specialty, but I can train you to have one of the best bodies on stage. So I can't guarantee you'll win, but I can guarantee that you'll have one of the best bodies on stage. And I would have to say that is probably one of the most challenging parts of being a pageant trainer.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. But I think that if, the girl has, all this confidence knowing that she has one of the best bodies out there,
yes.
That can definitely spill out into other parts of the competition.
Absolutely. So if you have all of those other things straight and I give you a great body, it will be like perfect.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Now, we are huge fans of your Pageant Girl, boot camps that you host.
Yes.
In the area. Now, the motto for that boot camp is keep your curves, burn the fat. Create a body the judges will notice.
Yes.
So what do you think sets your girls apart from the rest of the competition?
I think it's simple. It's their bodies. The girl who trains with me or have a trainer, they're going to look more healthy, they're going to look more fit, they're going to look competitive, as opposed to someone who tries to go on their own and try to train. They're not going to look as fit or as competitive. So I would have to say that their bodies would separate what I do with girls compared to what girls do on their own.
Got it. Now, backstage of the competition, there's usually, several minutes before you get to go on stage. What are a couple workouts that the girls can do backstage to just give them that extra, tone before they hit the stage?
Okay. There are some simple ones you can do. I would definitely say for women, the lunge is definitely one they want to do backstage because it focuses on all the major muscle groups in the legs. Another one they can do is the push-up because it hits the chest, it hits the shoulders and the triceps. Another one that they can do is if you have a resistance band. If you have a resistance band, you can do back rows. You know how to do back rows. That'll help tighten up the back. Or if you don't have a resistance band, you can use 2 water bottles and do bent over back rows. And also you can do shoulder press with the resistance band or the water bottle where you're pressing above your head.
Awesome.
So with those exercises, you hit all the major muscle groups. One other one is the abs. You can do crunches.
Got it.
So if you do those exercises I just mentioned, that hits all the major muscle groups.
Sounds good. We'll have to add the resistance band to our pageant kit that we keep with us backstage.
Absolutely.
Seems small enough.
Or water bottles.
Water bottles.
Yes.
Who doesn't have that backstage?
Exactly.
Right? Well, lastly, we're updating our iTunes playlist, and I don't know if you work out with music, but are there any songs that really give you a boost and push you through the workout?
Well, I have to say I have to work out with music. That's what gets me going. Sometimes I work out just so that I can listen to music. There's a combination of songs that get me going. I listen to gospel, R&B, pop, rap. So some of the artists I listen to Jay-Z. I'll listen to Kirk Franklin. Lady Gaga. They're just Kanye West, Drake, just a couple that I listen to.
All right. So now you just mentioned the difference between girls that are maybe, practicing and preparing for their pageant at home, and someone that is using a one-on-one fitness coach. So what do you think is the advantage of using a one-on-one fitness coach versus maybe someone that's watching fitness videos at home or just, working on their own?
I think there's a big advantage to using it one-on-one, going one-on-one with a fitness coach. For one, there's accountability. If you have somebody scheduled, a trainer scheduled that you have to show up to, you're going to be accountable. 9 times out of 10, you're going to be there. And some people need that extra push, that extra motivation, because sometimes getting up in the morning or whether it's in the evening, you may not be as motivated, and you need that little extra push. So a trainer can help push you over the hump.
That's a good point. You can't fast forward through.
You can't fast forward.
A live workout
exactly.
session.
With a video, you're scheduled to do the video, but you get up and say, I'm going to skip that move. I'm going to skip that move. I'll just do that part. I'll just do the warm up. Oh, I got my workout in. And that's not going to give you the results that you want.
Got it. That's such a great point.
Yeah.
Did you know that there are some really common mistakes that girls make during the evening gown portion of their competition? Click on the link in the description below and you'll be taken to our website for a free 30-minute long training course. By the end of it, you'll learn how to avoid these common mistakes and master the evening gown portion of your competition today.